Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's read. And you've landed here on my page channel, Starlight Skies Tarot. Michelle, welcome. Come on in. And I'm doing this one-handed because I'm holding the phone. That's why it's a little unsteady. I did not feel like going and grabbing my stand, thus the quick read. But I did feel the need to come on. So this is going to be just a general message for somebody. Now, if you're new here, welcome, and please consider liking, subscribing, dropping me a comment. Let me know where you're watching me from, or a little bit about yourself, or even if this resonated for you or found a nugget of truth. Community's here to help one another, and that's what I want this community to be: supportive, uplifting, respectful too. So being said that, let's begin with your read. We're going to be doing the symbols today. I am a nut on symbols, feng shui, however you want to pronounce that. Yeah, and manifestation work. Check out my other channel too. That's a brand new one that's up and running, where we go over there and we affirm. We do rants on some days, and we just kind of go over the mental construct on what my own experiences and how I apply what I do in my life for manifestation and moving forward with that. So if that sounds something like, my nose is itching, you would like to be interested in, hop on over. Link is in it should be below. It should be my bio if you can't find it. So with that being said, let's see what's cooking. Good looking. We have power. 46. Karmic path. Number 6, Saturn. One more. Shift. 9. So that's pretty much, I feel you, for some of you out there, feel you're taking your power back after a shift in a relationship. Maybe some of you found out a person wasn't truthful with you, maybe had hidden intention, maybe was a player energy, maybe has commitment. There's something here that's funky. That's karmic. Karmics too teach us lessons, right? Maybe you needed to grow in a certain area, a block. Maybe you needed better boundaries. Maybe you needed to quit being so naive. Like myself, I've been there, done that. Ignore the red flags. Whatever it was, it may have hurt like hell, but it definitely is tearing you up to where you're stepping in your power. They do say people with opinions is they, right? And early scholars say that your block is what you came here to overcome, and that is your purpose. Interesting, isn't it? So that's an interesting way to look at blocks, and it is kind of true. I mean, who's the better expert on giving info than people who have personally experienced it and overcame it? I would rather get information and a plan from somebody like that than someone who's only read about it in a book. That doesn't there are some people out there who are really good at just doing that, but if I had my preference, I would definitely pick the person with experience, because I think experience has a lot more depth, hits you a lot differently than reading in a book, right? Okay, so we're going to get a little tarot and seeing what's coming up for you in April. It's bad lighting in here. I can't see. King of Swords. I'm not surprised to see that. Empress, or pre-Empress energy. The Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Fire energy. So it looks like you're doing a glow up in a lot of areas in your life after this karmic shift. You're taking your power back, and that's pretty much what this card is reiterating, right? Pre-Empress. She's focused on herself, male or female. Pentacles is time. It can be time to investing time in yourself, energy in yourself, putting that love, instead of wasting it on someone who didn't really see you or put anything into you, value. That doesn't take away from you, but you are wasting energy on someone who isn't putting forth effort, and how someone treats you is really how they feel about you. So if they're not giving you any energy or interest or investing, then that's pretty much telling you, especially if you're a female. I feel like I'm taught this is a feminine story here, but it doesn't have to be. So you've learned something, and that's why the shift has occurred. It's you finally had a knowing, an awakening, an epiphany that, hey, this person doesn't really want me. They're really just kind of using me when it's convenient for them. They're not really investing in, they're saying all the right things, but their actions aren't really reflecting that. And I think this epiphany, and that's why you had like the shift, a sudden shift, and now you took your power back. Now you're on a different path. It's because I think you had this knowing, something happened, a bit of information that changed it in a split second. It was fast. It was a fast pull the rug out from underneath you kind of energy. Like I said at the beginning of the read, I felt that it was a brutal, and it was shocking that you really didn't know this person. This person really didn't have good intentions for you. Very selfish, very, I'm getting like save you for later energy, but you're not a fucking layaway plan, right? People can't go play the field and make sure you're just the one and expect you to sit here and be loyal and all that. That's a bunch of hooey-fooey. So I tell women this too, unless there's commitment or a ring, you're not committed to any man. And, you're not. So you're just dating, or you're just acquaintances. Until that commitment is there, you really shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. You should be truthful if someone's asking if are you dating others. And when you're first dating someone, I wouldn't expect exclusivity right off the gate, but you have a right to know, especially if you're sexually active with them. I mean, for Christ's sake, have a little self-couth, a little self-dignity. If you're sleeping around, then you really need to tell people, and either they'll be okay with it or they won't. And when you're early dating, I just say assume they are. If there's no commitment from that person, I'm going to tell you right now, assume they are seeing other people. If they're not seeing other people, then they're definitely keeping their options open and are open to it. So I don't know how much time and energy and effort you want to put into something like that has no ROI, return on investment, because you're setting yourself up for a fall. And I don't want to see you do that. I don't want to see you close off your heart either, because that definitely can do that if you've been burnt, and you've been burnt bad. Just know not everybody is this person. Not everybody is like that. But you do need to be better at catching red flags, putting boundaries. And here's the one that I learned. And I didn't really bend over backwards. I was very patient. I should say patient, right? Giving you the benefit of the doubt, patient. But I was doing it at my freaking expense. I would ask for clarity. I would ask the questions, the hard questions. And here's where I tripped up. They wouldn't give me an answer. They would either deflect and go to something else, or they would just try to blame it on me and my availability. Yeah, when instead of taking ownership and just, how do you feel about it? Now, if someone's turning the tables on you and not giving you clarity, you got your answer, didn't you? You can't, especially in the world of dating and relationships, you can be open, you can be trusting, but I wouldn't be a fool. I always tell women too, you put a time limit on this person or a man. I'm just telling from a woman's perspective, fellows. I'm not a man, so I can't talk from your guys' perspective. Energy in tarot could be either or, so apply it where it needs. But I tell women, if there's no commitment after 6 months, at least move in the relationship to a higher level. Exclusivity would be the first level, right? And then if you're not getting anything after a year, especially if you're not getting exclusivity and you're not getting a higher level of commitment, meaning boyfriend, girlfriend, then you're wasting your time. You're a placeholder. Men are not that complicated. They know right away what box you fit in. Are you just fun? Are you someone they can see a long-term investment in? Because you can tell. Early dating, you'll tell if they're investing in you or not. And I wouldn't think somebody until they get to know you. That's what dating is about, trying you on for size and seeing if this works. But they say, I don't know, each man is different. And I'm being lenient, giving a guy 6 months to a year to figure it out, right? Because that's 6 months, a year out of my life, my time, my energy, which I hold valuable. That person may not, but I do. If you can't figure it out, then you need to go figure it out over there. You're not coming in my energy and causing me grief. I'm not doing it. So a lot of men dating coaches agree that a man knows in 3 months. 3 months, ladies. If he's giving you this, that, or another, then he's not seeing you long term. He's seeing you replaceable. And he's just there to get what he can from you. I hate to say that, but it's true. He's there for sex. He's there for the ego boost. Yeah. And women can be like that too. But I'm saying, man or woman, that's a shitty fucking person. That's shitty. That's shitty to do to somebody. If you're all that in a bag of tots, right? Jelly tots or whatever, then tell the truth. Tell them that, you are this and that. But they know if they did that, no one would stick around them. That's how players operate. I mean, if they were truthful, do you think anybody in the world would play with somebody that's been with communal dick? I don't think so. I don't want communal dick, and I wouldn't think a man would want communal kitty cat. So you got to protect yourself out there. So that's what I got for you. Be sure you subscribe, helps the channel grow. I would love it to pieces if you would come follow me on Facebook. I have a whole shit going on over there. I've got a subscription that I do tarot reads, but I do a lot of esoteric energy manifestation work. A lot that coincides with my second channel. That's what I do over there. We do book of the month. Like I said, any energy work. We do sound healing over there, chakra, and I believe it's like $2.99. It's super cheap. That's over there. And then I do have a free Oracle tarot page on Facebook too, that you can come follow me over there. And I am going to start putting my address below if you want to send me a card or a tarot deck, Oracle deck. I'm open to that. I do have, if you want to, and I do appreciate it because I treat this as a job. I really do. I really try to bring value and treat it as a job that you can monetize me through PayPal. You can support the channel, buy me a cup of coffee. It's all grateful. It's not, that's one of my goals is to monetize, and I would love the support, but I don't want you thinking I'm just here for the butt, because I'm not. Because I healed with the tarot, and it's just in me. It's just in me. I have a lot of life experiences, and I have invested the past 3 years heavily into different coaches of all gambits: business, manifestation, weight loss, bodybuilding. You name it, I've invested in it. And I can bring that here to my platform. So I hope you consider that. And thank you so much for your time. I do plan on doing a twin flame read. Hopefully we'll get that out there later today. So I love y'all. Bye.